You might be wondering why the Sims in the intro look nothing like the ones from the last episodes. You probably also might be wondering why it's been 2 weeks since I uploaded. Well, let me tell you a story about how I broke my game and lost absolutely everything.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the
Welcome to The Sims 4 Big Brother Zodiac. I'm your host, Coco, and this is the only Sims 4 Big Brother on YouTube that the viewers get to vote. That's probably a lie. We're taking 12 Sims that were created in the image of their astrological sign. Their traits, likes, and dislikes match their zodiac sign, and they're dressed mostly in their sign's color. Aquarius can't seem to keep her clothes on though, so I wouldn't rely on that. I'm going to interfere very little in their lives, especially when it comes to social interactions, unless something specific pops up in a Sims 1, like if Leo wants to make an enemy with Capricorn. Each episode, there'll be a challenge for the zodiacs to compete against each other in. They've all started with no skills for an even playing field, but while they're here, they're free to work on them autonomously. Winner of each challenge will be head of household for the week, and they'll be nominating 2 other zodiacs to be eliminated. These nominees will be chosen based on the HOH's relationship meters, and then you guys will vote between those 2. A few things are happening here to help instigate drama and create good content. Using the Wonderful Whims mod, yes, I said wonderful, not wicked, I made each sim gravitate more toward their most compatible sign. So, for example, Scorpio has high compatibility with Taurus, so Scorpio prefers sims with green hair and green clothes. This doesn't just mean sexually, because not everyone here is exploring both themes like last time, you know, like when everybody was woohooing with everybody. Get it? Okay, let's move on. The Extreme Violence mod turned out to be a terrible idea yet again, and I tried it, but everyone immediately just started punching each other, and Leo's weave got snatched, so we're giving life tragedy a go this time. None of these sims can get pregnant or get others pregnant. The last thing we need is Big Brother Oops All Babies. I've also turned off dying, so if they catch on fire, we're gonna have some crispy sims. And as for the lot traits, we have mean vibes, romantic aura, and convivial, whatever. What is the prize this season? Well, I'm glad you asked. The last zodiac standing in the Big Brother house gets to live. It's their life. So to help keep them motivated, I've placed travel posters so they can see places they'll never get to go and snow globes of things they'll never get to do. And if that isn't enough, we borrowed some pictures of their loved ones, totally not stock images, to hang in the house so they're reminded of the family they'll never see again. They may or may not be held hostage in the basement. That's for you to decide.
Oh my god, this cat is so fat.
To further the psychological torture, I placed various cat things around the house, so our honored guests will have no choice but to conclude that we were kind enough to give them a house pet. But there is no cat, or is there? It's my own twist on Schrodinger's. I was gonna do a speed build video of this house, but I was doing it at work and it took me nearly 9 hours because you guys don't pay me enough for my awesome content and mama needs a day job still. That, and I'm so indecisive that most of what I even did in the beginning changed by the end. Just ask the community how long I take to decide on kitchen counters. Meet Leo Lux, the glittering supernova of Del Sol Valley's drag scene. With a penchant for drama as big as her hair and heels, Leo was born to command the stage. But life wasn't always a fabulous parade for this diva. Raised in the suburbs of Newcrest, Leo's parents were about as supportive of her drag dreams as a cat is of a bath. They wanted her to follow their footsteps as accountants, but Leo had other plans that involved sequins, sass, and a whole lot of lip syncing. Despite their disapproval, Leo embraced her inner queen and ventured into the neon-lit world of drag. Armed with her wit and a wardrobe that could make RuPaul jealous, she quickly rose to fame, dazzling audiences with her fierce performances and killer runway looks. Now, Leo reigns supreme as the undisputed queen of Del Sol Valley, basking in the spotlight she was born to shine in. Meet Aries, or Absorcist, the chiseled esports sensation who's not just serving headshots in the virtual arena, but also serving breakfast inspiration on cereal boxes nationwide. With abs that could grate cheese and a smile that could launch 1,000 sponsorships, Aries is the epitome of a digital Adonis. But behind the screen, Aries' confidence is as shaky as a noob's aim. Growing up in the shadow of his lawyer brother, Aries felt like the odd one out with his passion for gaming. His parents, bless their hearts, can't help but compare him to his overachieving sibling. Despite the pressure, Aries pursued his passion for esports, honing his skills while also landing gigs as the face and abs of various cereal brands. Sure, he may rack up the kills in-game, but in the real world, he's a guy trying to prove he's more than just a pretty face and washboard abs. Meet Virgo. the dashing heartthrob of the English Lit department at the University of Brightchester, where his lectures are as captivating as his perfectly styled hair. With a gaze so intense it could make even the most stoic Jane Austen heroine swoon, Professor Virgo has his female students penning odes to his charm faster than you can say iambic pentameter. Virgo's penchant for organization and perfection is as ingrained in him as his love for classic literature. Every lesson plan is flawlessly executed, every syllabus meticulously crafted. He's a living embodiment of the Oxford comma, never out of place and always in control. Despite his adoring fan base of students, Virgo's self-critical nature often leaves him questioning his own abilities, second-guessing his interpretations of the text he teaches, and agonizing over misplaced commas like a detective solving a literary mystery. Meet Cancer, the therapist with a heart as impenetrable as a titanium vault and a backstory as tangled as a pair of free earbuds in a pocket. You know, for those of us that remember what chords are. Raised in a household where the only thing more common than macaroni art was arguments between his parents, Cancer learned early on to build emotional walls taller than skyscrapers. Despite his profession, Cancer's personal life resembles a soap opera with a plotline more convoluted than a choose-your-own-adventure book. His inability to let anyone pass his defenses has left a trail of failed relationships longer than the wait time for a therapy appointment with him. But beneath his brooding exterior lies a heart of gold, buried deeper than buried treasure. If only someone could crack the code to unlock it, they'd find a therapist with a capacity for empathy as vast as the ocean and a penchant for dad jokes as cheesy as a 90s sitcom. Introducing Gemini, the firecracker of social media whose personality is as explosive as her follower count. With a smile that could launch 1,000 selfies and a tongue sharper than her contour, Gemini is the reigning queen of social bunny. Gemini's charisma is as boundless as the hashtags she uses, but don't let her glamorous facade fool you. This girl's got a temper hotter than a viral post, and she's not afraid to clap back. As an influencer, Gemini's impatience is legendary. She expects instant gratification faster than you can say filter, and woe and betide anyone who keeps her waiting for that perfect latte art or the ideal lighting for her latest photo shoot. But where Gemini truly shines is in the art of gossip. With a network of followers hanging on to her every word, she's always in the know about who's dating who's feuding with who, and who's been caught in a scandal hotter than her latest sponsored post. Meet Taurus, the culinary maestro whose dishes are as legendary as his stubbornness. With flair for flavor and a temper hotter than a cast iron skillet, Taurus has conquered the world of cuisine one delicious dish at a time. Born and raised in a small town known for its hearty meals and feisty locals, Taurus developed a palate for perfection early on. But it wasn't just his taste buds that were sharp. His stubborn streak was evident from the moment he refused to eat his vegetables as a child. Despite his culinary talents, Taurus's loyalty and tendency to hold grudges have landed him in more hot water than a pot of boiling pasta. Cross him once and you'll find yourself blacklisted from his kitchen faster than you can say overcooked. But for those lucky enough to earn his trust, Taurus is a friend for life, ready to defend anyone like a mama bear protecting her cubs. Just don't expect him to forget that time you accidentally used his prized truffle oil without asking. So whether he's whipping up a 5-star feast or stubbornly refusing to forgive and forget, Taurus is a force to be reckoned with in the culinary world. Just make sure you're on his good side when dinner is served. Meet Libra, the art student with a heart as big as her paint palette and a knack for avoiding conflict like it's an abstract concept she just can't wrap her mind around. With a paintbrush in one hand and a dream of finding true love in the other, Libra is a walking, talking masterpiece of romantic idealism. Raised in a household where the only thing more volatile than the paint fumes were her mother's mood swings, Libra learned early on that keeping the peace was the key to survival. She became a master of people-pleasing, navigating the emotional minefield of her upbringing with the grace of a single brushstroke. But despite the chaos of her past, Libra clings to the hope of finding true love like a lifeline in a stormy sea. She still believes in soulmates and happily ever after, chapters with the fervor of a Disney princess, convinced that somewhere out there is her Prince Charming who will appreciate her gentle spirit and artistic soul. Meet Scorpio, the fierce frontwoman of the hottest rock band in town, Llama at the Disco. Her intensity is as electrifying as her guitar solos, with a magnetic personality that draws people in like moths to a flame, and a loyalty to her loved ones as fierce as a lioness. Scorpio is the epitome of rock and roll rebellion with a heart of gold. Offstage, Scorpio's loyalty knows no bounds. She's the kind of friend who would take a bullet for you and then write a power ballad about it. But cross her or betray her trust and you'll find yourself on the receiving end of a wrath hotter than the flames of hell. Or at least a scathing verse in her next hit single. Think Taylor Swift, but she's also set your car on fire. So whether she's melting faces on stage or fiercely defending her inner circle, Scorpio is taking over the world of rock, and God help anyone who tries to stand in her way. Meet Sagittarius, the cowboy Casanova who's as charming as he is shameless. By day, he's the rugged owner of the most famous horse ranch in Chestnut Ridge, where he wrangles wild Mustangs and trains champion speeds with the finesse of a seasoned cowboy. But by night, he sheds his Stetson and cowboy boots to reveal his alter ego, the wild stallion of the San Myshuno exotic dance club scene. Sagittarius fancies himself as brutally honest, but let's be real, he's just using it as an excuse to say whatever pops into his head, consequences be damned. His mouth is as sharp as a spur and his wit as quick as a rodeo bull, leaving a trail of bruised egos and broken hearts in his wake. But despite his questionable honesty policy, there's no denying Sagittarius' appeal. Sure, he may be a ladies' man, but Sagittarius' true passion lies with his beloved horses. Whether he's breaking in a wild stallion or performing a seductive striptease, one thing's for certain, Sagittarius is a man that can't be tamed, no matter how hard you try. So saddle up and hold on tight, because with this pony around, you're in for one hell of a ride. Now let's meet Aquarius, the enigmatic force of nature who's as unpredictable as a wild storm and as unstoppable as a tidal wave. With a heart as vast as the ocean and a personality as eccentric as a Jackson Pollock painting, Aquarius is a walking contradiction wrapped in a blanket of charitable chaos. As a well-known humanitarian, Aquarius is the champion of the underdog, the voice of the voiceless, and the thorn in the side of the land grab family, the epitome of old money and new misery. She's the bane of their existence, disrupting their opulent parties and evil schemes with her unapologetic activism and disdain for their shallow values. But Aquarius couldn't care less about what the land grabs, or anyone else for that matter, think of her. She's a free spirit, marching to the beat of her own drum and dancing in the rain while the rest of the world clings to their umbrellas. But whatever you do, don't underestimate this unconventional queen. Whether she's rallying for social justice or causing a scene at the land grab's latest soiree, Aquarius is a force to be reckoned with. Meet Capricorn, the legal prodigy who graduated from law school at the tender age of 20. Wait, is that right? With a briefcase in one hand and a bottle of champagne in the other, Capricorn is the epitome of the conservative, materialistic snob. At least on the surface. Donning her power suits and designer heels, Capricorn exudes an air of professionalism and sophistication that would make even the most seasoned attorney quake in their loafers. Armed with wit as quick as a judge's gavel, she's made a name for herself in and out of the courtroom. But beneath her meticulously crafted facade lies a serious wild side. When the sun goes down, Capricorn sheds her conservative image like a snake shedding its skin, revealing a party animal with a thirst for adventure that rivals her thirst for justice. So whether she's laying down the law in the courtroom or breaking it on the dance floor, Capricorn is full of surprises. Her limitless resilience and fearless ambition might make her a formidable foe in this competition. And last but certainly not least, we have Pisces, the enigmatic enchanter who straddles the line between goth and emo only because neither will claim her. By day, she's the proprietor of a small crystal shop where she offers tarot readings along with her wares. But by night, she's a key member of the local paranormal investigation team, chasing ghosts and uncovering mysteries with the same enthusiasm others reserve for Netflix binges. Her friends describe her as magical, mysterious, and often scary, a potent combination that keeps them on their toes and ensures that no 2 days with Pisces are ever the same. She's as mysterious as the fog on a moonlit night, leaving everyone scratching their heads and wondering if she's casting spells or just really good at eyeliner. But beneath her dark exterior lies a heart overflowing with compassion and empathy for those who dare to look beyond the surface. Pisces may be a creature of the night, but she's also a beacon of light for those in need, offering guidance and support with the wisdom of someone who's seen things that most people can only dream of. Despite the enigma surrounding this girl, one thing is for certain: it was never just a phase. Alright, so now that you know whose blood will be on your hands when you vote, okay, I'm just fucking with you, no one is getting killed. Make sure to tune in every Thursday for a new episode, or come hang out with us at a live recording on Twitch. I'll also try to post some candid feeds throughout the week, but remember that day job I mentioned? Yeah, no promises. All the links you need are in the description, and hey, while you're down there, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel because it's a totally free way to support me. Comment down below who's your favorite. Okay, thanks, love you, bye!